It's your boy, it's your man in 100 grand. It's Doc G. Once again, out here in the truck. Out here in the truck, about to go work out again. But, you know, just wanted to make a video about what it's like dating a quote unquote boss bitch, man. Now, what is a boss bitch? A boss bitch is a woman who makes a lot of money, basically. You know, she basically runs like a lot of runs her own company, or she has she's getting the bag, basically. I noticed one thing about myself that and I don't know why this is, but I have attracted a good amount of quote unquote boss bitches within my life. Basically, you know, it's basically when chicks got mad money. And there comes problems that come along with dating boss bitches. And let me mention what some of those goddamn problems are. Because number one, she knows that she's getting the bag. Like, for example, I've dated chicks who were lawyers. They owned this one chick that owned her own law firm. This chick made over 500,000 a year, and she was glad to fucking tell me that shit. She'd be the first one to tell you how much money she got. I mean, because Lord knows she flaunts it. I dated a lawyer that owned her own law firm. I dated a fucking mortgage broker. She gets money on top of money. You know, I've dated women who were doctors. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and the shit is crazy because, when I went to, get with these girls, I didn't give a fuck about what they did for a living. It just happens to be that they made a lot of money. You know, it's obvious I don't fucking make a lot of money. I mean, look at me, shit. But it is what it is. I really don't give a fuck. But dating a boss bitch can be problematic because a lot of women think that when they make money, when they make a certain amount of money, that they can talk to you in your kind of way. And one thing that I've had to fucking do multiple times when dating women like this, I've had to cut them off. I've either had to cut them off completely, or I had to verbally check the shit out of them. And I mean every last one of them. Because they will all act like, oh, well, this money doesn't define me. Oh, well, I'm actually a decent girl, and this, that, and the third. And then eventually their true colors start to show. And their true colors, they almost always talk about their material possessions when they get mad. Or, well, you need to make this much, or I got this type of lifestyle, you need to match it, whatever. It always gets to a point where that conversation is being had. So, my thing is, it's like the more money a woman makes, the more problems she's gonna have as far as dating. No man wants to date a boss bitch. Men don't give a fuck if you got a PhD. Men don't give a fuck if you got a master's degree. Men don't give a fuck if you own your own law firm and shit. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Good for you. But what I'm worrying about is, can I introduce you to my family? Can you cook a meal? Um, are you my piece in this fucked up ass, chaotic ass world? That's what we care about as men. We don't give a fuck about, if you make a lot of money or not. I mean, it's pretty cool if you could take care of yourself. Bring some money to the table. Yeah, that's all good. But when you start using that as a slight against me, then it's a fucking problem. Then it's a fucking problem. When you start goddamn using how much money you make in comparison to me as a slight against me, I will dump you and I will cheat on you with your mama or something. I will dump you and cheat on you with your fucking bestie. I don't give a fuck, man. You out here talking about I make this much money and all that goddamn shit. And you think that that's going to take away from my masculinity? Bitch, you can be Oprah and still motherfucking not goddamn keep a man. It don't matter. We don't care how much fucking money you make. Here's the thing. I've seen way too many motherfucking situations where I have seen men who have been in relationships with women like this, and then they try to hold that money shit above a man's head. Like, for example, my pops, he dated this woman that made a lot of money. She was kind of an asshole. She tried to keep him by saying, well, if you stay with me, then I can give you this much money in your account. Basically, this bitch was trying to buy my father. You know, she was very, very rude, very loud, you know what I'm saying? And she thought she could buy my father's company as far as being in a relationship. She thought she could buy my dad, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I've had similar situations where chicks will say, well, I can buy you this, I can buy you that, you know, and they just wanted me to stay with them. I'm like, do I look like an OnlyFans model to you, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fucking be with you because you buy me shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to buy me something. You know? So, and they will hang that shit above your head later on in the future. Please believe. Most boss chicks, it takes them a lot to be feminine. You know? Like, for example, this one chick who had that boss bae attitude, you know, it took her over a year to cook for me. It took her over a year to make a motherfucker a meal. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I asked her why did it take so long. And she was like, well, I just never seen myself cooking for a man and this, that, and the third. That explains why she ain't got no man now. You know, as far as, you know, sucking dick and, you know, doing certain things in the bedroom. Certain boss chicks have a mental block with doing that because they built up this goddamn boss woman persona, this boss bitch persona, and it's against that whole entire persona for them to get on their knees and suck a motherfucker's dick. It's against their persona to fucking cook for a motherfucker. It's against that persona to goddamn be feminine at all, basically. A lot of boss baes want to have their cake and eat it too. And here's the thing. I'm like, look here. Fuck how much money you make. If you don't motherfucking treat me like the man I am, if you don't respect me for the man I am, guess what? I'm not going to beg for your respect. I don't care about how much money you make. I really don't give a fuck. You know? Because as you continue to grow old and accumulate a whole bunch of cats in your future, I hope you feel funny cuddling up with all that money that you make in that big nice ass house by yourself and no man taking you seriously. I mean, these boss bays, these boss bitches, I hope they realize that it is a fucking finite amount of time that they have to find a husband. It's a finite amount of time that they have to have children. And they don't fucking really start noticing that until they get in a position of power, they got enough money, and they ain't got no fucking family to share it with. They don't have a family of their own to share it with because they spent their whole time trying to be boss bitches. Trying to hang up there with the guys and survive with the guys and try to damn near trying to be a man in a man's world. And they don't ever focus on being a wife to nobody. And by the time they realize that shit, it's too late. I'm telling you, man. But just wanted to share that experience of what it's like dating a boss bae, you know, boss bitch. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend that. And I wouldn't recommend dating. I'm not saying date a fucking poor chick, but date a woman that's within her femininity. That's within her divine feminine. Don't date a chick that's a self-proclaimed bad bitch or boss bitch. It's not worth it, man. It's your boy Doc out. I'll let you. Peace.